Hey, y'all, welcome back to another episode of More Than the Title. This is episode 157. I'm your host, as usual, Jarrett, Chief Revenue Officer Outside the Box Digital. And you know, I got my brother, my brethren, your favorite CEO, Chadeo. What's good, baby?
You know what it is, man. G&T, grateful and thankful, ladies and gentlemen. Grateful that we got a chance to wake up again another day, right? And do the things that we love to do, because we love to do this, B. You know what I'm saying? So we're able to go to work, and it's not work for us because we're able to come here and do what we love to do. So it's not work, it's a passion. So we're grateful for that. And we're thankful for the ability to have fans and supporters, family, friends that are supporting the show, comments, likes, shares. Without y'all, there can't be no us. You know what it is, G&T. We love y'all, man. Without y'all, it's no us, man. G&T, man.
Always, man. And also, shout out to our distribution partners, the Live Podcast Network. We're going to have a link come up later, something like that. Not how we usually do, but you know what it is. We rocking. Shout out to Angel. It's the fastest Black-owned and the biggest Black-owned podcast network and the first woman-owned Black-owned podcast network in the world. And you know how we do. We moving one of the top 5 shows on the network. We are rocking and rolling, doing more content like More Than the Title. Make sure you go to a Live Podcast Network and check out all the great creators there. You dig?
What a time to be alive.
We here, man.
Beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
We here, man. And this is, you know what it is. This is fan appreciation, y'all. This is one thing that we do. Different from other episodes we do for the show, man. But we come to the neighborhood, we come to the community. We want to highlight Black-owned businesses that been in the community, that been putting on for the people, that have been serving the community, and actually, people that live in a dream, man. And it's ups and downs, and all types of stuff that comes with this, brother. So we want to applaud this brother. We want to give this brother a great intro. I would say, you want to get an intro, man. You usually get an intro. You want to get an intro? You get an intro, baby. With the intro. Give him the intro he deserves.
Let him know what's up. I mean, listen, long story short, man, this man is very special to me because not only is he a pillar in his community, but he is what I call a definition of a man. You understand what I'm saying? He's also the father to my little cousin. You understand what I'm saying? He's also the husband to my sister. You understand what I'm saying? My sister. You understand what I'm saying? And I've been around this man quite some time, man, and I've got a chance to watch him, to learn from him. You understand what I'm saying? To have him mentor me in a lot of aspects, man, and just to have his guidance, you know what I'm saying, watch over me. So it was only right that we decided to come. This is actually long overdue because we talked about this before. But we got all these big events coming up. So we said, you know what, we're gonna sit down with him this week, and we really have to tell his story on how this shop has impacted not only his family's life, but the lives of so many people in this community, man. So we're honored, we're welcome to be with the legendary B of B's famous barbershop. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show, B.
Thank you, cousin. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I hope I can live up to that magnanimous intro, bro. I appreciate that, the words that they're inspiring. They're inspiring. Yes, I have been in this area that we're speaking about now. For those who may not know, South Bronx. I'm located on 139th Street in Cypress Avenue. My dad is the original owner of the shop.
Yeah.
And he started it back in 1972. So for those of y'all that's doing the math in your head, we've been around for 52 years.
52
years.
Yes. Black-owned business. And on the last time we took a look at it, I am the only Black-owned business for 10 Block Square.
Oh, hold on. Time out.
Just saying.
Time out.
10 Block Square.
Now we gotta talk about that. Wait a minute. We're talking a 10 block square radius of this location.
There is no other Black-owned business 10 Block Square.
Why do you guys think that?
Well, the South Bronx has been an area that for many years people didn't want to develop, didn't want to come to. Everybody was on there trying to get out. And the gentrification of Harlem has made an emergence of people trying to get in and close to Manhattan. Where we are located right now, we're actually on a train 15 minutes from 42nd Street. You can go across the Tri-Borough Bridge from where I'm at and be in Queens and another 15 minutes by car. You could be on the FDR and get to Brooklyn on a clear day on the FDR, 20 minutes. So it's prime real estate, And now that, like I said, that Harlem where gentrification is filled up, it started filling into the Bronx. There's an area on the Bruckner, they call it the Piano District.
Right.
When I was a kid, that area was where people dumped bodies. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was nobody wanted it, nobody wanted to develop it. Now you have $1 million condos there.
Absolutely.
So for those of us who are here, who are in, who are lucky enough to survive through, the 80s, survive through all the other toils and tribulations that come along with having a business. For those who are lucky enough to survive it, now we have to deal with people who want what we have. People want to come in. They want to take this area because it's pretty much becoming prime real estate. So, like I said, unfortunately, there aren't that many other Black-owned businesses here. So I try to safeguard our business. And, I have 4 generations of family members that are here. I got the little guy that's coming in, his dad is bringing him, and then his papa used to cut his hair, and his grandfather, my dad, cut his hair. Yeah. So, we have 4 generations that are coming into the shop. So I try to safeguard that. And then, for most people, it's home. Like a lot of guys consider the shop to be a refuge. As you see behind me, I got this nasty wall of photos, but the kids that are on that wall, a great majority of them are grown. Yeah. And some of the pictures that I have, the kids, there are pictures next to them, those children, that's their children. So, it's a lot more than just a barbershop.
No, it's more than that, man.
Message.
Started, bro. What was Pop's passion? And was it difficult to start a business back in '72, bro?
Well, from what Pop told me was, it was Christmas time. He had 4 sons and he lost his job. And the dude that owned the barbershop, his name was Henry. Him and my dad were really cool. And Henry told him, look, man, you got to do something, man. Let me teach you how to cut hair real quick. So he had another friend whose name was Benny, who had a barbershop up on Prospect. And Benny and my dad were really, really close. And Benny, his shop was Big 3. It was right across the street from 6 Corners, which was a legendary shop at that time. Yeah. And Benny, who owned Big 3, taught my dad how to cut hair. And it's ironic that subsequently, Benny's son, who was my dad's godson, taught me how to cut hair. And so, it was, each one teach one at that time. And like I said, the shop that was down on 138th Street that my dad originally had, the guy that had the shop, he had ran into a little bit of trouble. And he told my dad, look, man, when he started cutting, he was like, yo, man, you could do it. You think you want to do this? And he said, man, you know what? Hey, man, I'll give it a shot. Yeah. And here we are 52 years later. I'm sitting there talking about it. My oldest brother's a barber. My god brother, to say god brother is hard because this is my brother. He worked with me for many years. And he was into corrections. So there's a lot of people who have come through the shop that have gone on to do other things, good things. So the barbershop has been a springboard for a lot of people to come and go and spread out and do other things. I got barbers that work with me that are cutting hair in Virginia, North Carolina, Florida. You know what I mean? And I attribute it all to that same well. Everybody came from that same well. So I'm just trying to make sure that I keep the legacy going. There are days there where it's a little difficult, you know what I mean? But it's never hard. Yeah. It's difficult, but it's never hard. And I thank Allah for that. I keep my mind in a position that I should be thankful for what I have. You know what I mean? Because right now it's kind of hard to have anything. And for me to have a business that has been viable, that has been around so long, especially in the barbershop business, barbershops open and close all the time. Yeah. I have guys who own other shops have come by and, I had one Dominican brother came by and he's like, yo, man, I got a shop, bro. He said, I always drive by here for years. I done drove by to your shop. Yo, man, how you do it, man? I said, you know what? I said, there was a game plan that was shown to me. I follow it. People don't have to. You know what I mean? I have rules, I have regulations, and I stick to it. You know what I mean? Weed is legal. It ain't legal in the barbershop. Because I have older ladies that come by, little kids that come by. They need to be respected.
Absolutely.
And I think the brothers respect the fact that they know that, God forbid, if anything happened to them, they can't come to the shop. Even they locked up, unfortunately. Dudes know if I have my mom or my wife bring my son to the barbershop, B is gonna make sure dudes ain't in there cursing. Dudes ain't standing in front smoking. Ain't no dice rolling in the corner. They know that their mother, their wife, their girlfriend, whomever is going to be respected, because this is the way, this is the program that was set forth before me, and I just keep that, I perpetuate it, keep it going. So I think a lot of that comes with the amount of respect that everybody generally wants. You know, young brothers will understand when you tell them, yo, bro, I do the same thing for your mom. The same way I make a dude stop cursing, the same way I make a dude walk down the block when you smoking, I'll do the same thing for your mother. And you know what dudes do? They'll be you right. So it's just about getting the mark, sticking to it, and trying to make sure that people understand. Because, you know, young cats, they're not stupid. Everybody assumes, oh, yo, you young, you don't know. A lot of older cats, we have that opinion that you can't tell young dudes nothing now. That's not the point. It's not that you can't tell them nothing. You have to be able to talk to them so they can understand.
Absolutely.
You gotta hit them where they can understand and it makes sense to them. So I just try to make sure I stay relevant enough to understand how they understand and just convey my message.
I thought you were gonna say something too, because I got a few questions. I'm talking about change it. You know, like I said, when you've been in the business for as long as you have, bro. How was COVID? How were things like that were unforeseen things that affect the business? How did you pivot, bro?
COVID was crazy, man. Like, cuz I will tell you, like, wifey, man, by the blessings, man, she was
tell that story.
set up a chair in the garage, like, yo, man. She was like, yo, I got to keep this dude's peace of mind together. She put a chair up in the shop. She made me a shop literally in the garage, man. Like I was having dudes sneak to the crib. Like, like yo, man, I have to open the garage, look both ways, and come on in, like, come on and sit down and get a cut. And it was like, you know, it was tough. It was tough. As a matter of fact, I have a gentleman who became a very good friend of mine. He did an article on the barbershop for the Washington Post, which is a nationally syndicated paper.
Yeah.
And it was about the shop and how, you know, the shop had endured the test of time and COVID. And it was a big write-up. It made the first page. It made the front page of the Washington Times. And it was about, you know, he was the brother that did the interview on Aaron Hernandez.
Okay.
He did the documentary on Aaron Hernandez. And he and my little brother, Book, who was the director of the Gauchos, they were real cool because he was doing a story on him.
Yeah.
So he came to the shop one time with him, and while he was, you know, interviewing him, doing a documentary on him. And we started talking, just chopping it up, general. And he was like, yo, man, your shop got this look like the movie barbershop. So I was like, that's just because I got old skin in here. So he was like, yo, man, it look like the barbershop, man. So we talking, and he was like, yo, so he started talking about like the history of the shop. And I was like, yeah, you know, shop got some history, you know, like I said, you know, he looking at pictures, he was like, oh wow, you know this guy talking about Iran Barkley. And I was like, yeah, my dad cut Iran Barkley's here for years, his family. I said, you know, as a matter of fact, Saquon Barkley is the first place he got his haircut. We down the block. Saquon got his first haircut here. Kyrie Irving got his first haircut here. Kyrie Irving's dad, Ice, I cut his hair for years. You know, Mike Tyson come through. Chris Brown, I cut his hair. You know, Zab Judah. You know, we've had We've had, back in the days, I used to shape up the back of Salt Pepper's hair. People be ready to tear the gates down. You know what I mean? Like, and then we had our share of the street dudes that come through. You know what I mean? Like, you name it, they've been through. My man Von Zip, my man Tommy from Queens. It's been, we've had our share of celebs and street celebs, basketball players, Walter Berry. You know what I mean? We've had our share of people come through. But, the shop has a good name. And I just basically wanted to keep that name good. I didn't want any bad shit to come behind it. I always made sure that, like I said, the shop was as respectful as it was asking to be respected.
You grew with us too, bro. Was there any celebrity or anybody you can't cut? Like, if I put this on,
to think, not really.
Sometimes you might be a nigga like this.
Not really, because I think just as a kid, I never really was one to be like starstruck. So, like I cut Tony's hair back when they was Tony. Like I cut their hair in. Like I had, I've had a good share of celebrity clients and celebrity customers. Like, so I think the only person that in meeting, one time, man, Von Zip brought Stevie Wonder by, and he was outside, like he didn't get a cut or nothing, but I ain't gonna lie, like Stevie Wonder, I was kind of like, oh shit,
oh that you don't worry about.
Stevie Wonder, this shit back here anyway. Like this shit back here anyway.
But not like you can see it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like yo, so it was.
You won't know if you fucking
like, oh shit, like wow, like Stevie Wonder, like yo. Eddie Murphy shit, he's a musical cheese, like, what I mean? But so the shop has had, we had our shares of those celebs come through, and people know that, and they like, yo, what's up with this one? What's up with Mike Tyson and all of that? And Mike would come by and hang out with me, like that's my dude, you know what I mean? So, we've stood the test of time, and we've hung in there, we've hung in.
I wanna, before we get too far along, I want to go back. So your father had 4 kids.
Oh no, my father had 11 kids.
Well,
he said 4 at this time it was 4 boys. We were 4 oldest. I was the number 4. There was 4 boys at that time. 4 my little sisters that came. So it was like I said, it was Christmas time. He had 4 sons. Gotcha. It wasn't working like. So we all got Caesars. It wasn't no afros, bro. It was sit down, take it off. Army, we got the military press.
I know growing up at that time, was completely different, but still, I'm pretty sure that as a young child, you didn't have aspirations to be an entrepreneur, right? I'm pretty sure at that time you weren't thinking about like following behind dad's footsteps and things of that nature, right? So just kind of walk us through, like, what did young B want to do? What did you have in your mind as far as where you wanted your life to go? And then let us know what made you finally, make the transition and decide to.
I apologize indubitably. The maker was closed, the power was open.
Okay.
That was mad time ago. But the power was open, the maker was closed. I'm from this neighborhood. People see me, I'm a celebrity. Look, it's beyond.
People seeing you now.
No, they see us.
No, we shooting.
Listen, people, I love you. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen.
The camera's here. If you're gonna talk
right
to the
here.
camera. All right, there you go.
I'm gonna talk transparently. To be transparent is to be direct and clear, right? This is Famous Barbershop. Uncle Fame, we love you, we miss you. Let me get that out the way.
Back up a little bit so you
back up.
Back a little bit.
I'm gonna have to see what the uncles do. You hear me? I'm in position where I'm supposed to be. The world met me as Fox 5, which is a network, a broadcast. And then when COVID happened, people had to make podcasts. So right now we inside of a pod. You think it's a barbershop, but this is a think tank. And this is where great thinkers meet divinely, because we didn't rehearse this. And
not at all.
Message.
Hold on.
Message.
This is beyond the title.
Tell them how we had the battle raps in the barbershop.
So my Uncle B, he allowed me to put myself in a position where I had a drink and I was sipping, and I'm gonna battle somebody without being profane. So we had a battle in this barbershop where I said I'm gonna do 3 rounds and not curse, because curse is what? To disrespect one. So I represent one. And Uncle B is one of the greatest barbers who never disrespected you. So respect Famous Barbershop. You heard? Fox 5.
Message.
Message.
Respect.
This is beyond the title. I'm in, I'm out, I'm gone. I love you. Life is good.
My God.
That's real talk.
So,
That just
Man.
fully that brought us full circle and
Yeah.
back to the respect thing with the shop.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like as we were just talking about, the shop has always been a place where, like I said, I pride myself in the fact that dudes can have their moms come to the barbershop and wouldn't have to worry about their sons being around men who are going to show them something that they shouldn't have seen.
Misguidance.
Or a dude feeling like his wife was going to come here and have dudes in her face and she getting hollered at, or his mom was going to get disrespected. We don't play that. You know what I mean? And this is not that type of spot. But to answer your question as far as growing up, you know, it's funny. Growing up, you have aspirations, different things you want to do. You know what I mean? Like at one time, I think I wanted to go to the military, or I wanted to do this. But in hindsight, is 2020. But actually, you know, my hero was and still is today my dad.
Okay.
And my dad came up from South Carolina when he was like 19 years old. my grandmother had passed away, you know, right before I was born. My dad raised his brothers and sisters, and he had a third grade education. And this dude with a third grade education wound up owning his own business. My thing was like, if there's anybody in this world that I should emulate, it got to be this dude. My pops walked around like, you know, Guy Fisher, Nicky Barnes, all them dudes came to my shop. You know what I mean? Like I've known Guy Fisher since I was a little kid. You know what I mean? Like where people was oohing and ahhing. I was like, that's my uncle. Like, you know what I mean? Like I've known. So my thing was like the hood and the street legends. Like Tiny Archibald. I grew up. It's funny. I didn't realize Tiny Archibald was Tiny Archibald until I saw a show one time and he was on it. And they was like, oh yeah, the great Tiny Archibald. And they was showing him. And I was like, damn, looking at the TV like, damn, I look like Tiny. Like, oh shit. Like, that's Tiny.
I mean, they all
Tiny
say
is Tiny. I'm not thinking that's the Tiny that I know. But so you know, and my dad was somebody that was respected, highly respected by these men who other people look so high up to. So I did kind of like my thing was like, if I could be like what my pops is, then I would be good. You know what I mean? So I started cutting hair when I was 14. You know what I mean? Like I used to practice on my cousin. You know what I mean? Like I'd be in the shop cutting, and my oldest brother, he cut hair as well. And it was a Saturday. This dude had hung out the night before. It was an Easter Saturday. And this dude hung out that Friday night. He was twisted, couldn't get out of bed. My pop said, yo, go over there, grab them clippers, man. Get to work. And I have been cutting hair since.
Right. Wow.
I've been cutting hair since. That was 40 some odd years ago. You know what I mean? So I did want that as a business. And as I went on to school, I went to St. John's University. My major was business management.
Gotcha.
You dig what I'm saying? Like I wanted to learn how to take the business into a step further than what my dad did. And I've learned some things along the way. You know, I had another shop. I had it for a few years, and I had a good friend of mine who's still like a brother to me, a good friend of mine. I had got the shop, and I wanted him to run the shop for me, and things just didn't work out. And for years I was tight, like, yo, man, I put this in your hand. But one thing I realized is that when it comes to business, it's very difficult to have somebody think like you think. Business. And for anybody to tell you that a marriage is 50-50, they're ignorant and they don't know what they're talking about. Because marriages some days are 70-30. Some days they're 90-10. But the one thing that has to connect is that you both have to have the same goal and mindset. And I realized in having the other shop that nobody can do what you do. Only you can do what you do. Even the way the dudes look at you, the way dudes respect you. Dude told me plainly, he was like, yo, man, me being a good worker does not make me a good manager, of course.
That's right.
And I learned that the hard way, but nevertheless, I learned it. And like I said, we are very tight still today. I love him. He's my brother. But it showed me that you can't be in two places at one time. And you need to concentrate on what it is that you're doing to try to do at least one thing good. I'm still learning that right now, man. And I'm damn near 60 years old, and I'm still learning that right now today. Like, you pick one thing and do it right. You know what I mean? And I've met barbers that were DJs. I met barbers that were drug dealers. Woo. I met barbers that were, garbage men, barbers that did everything else with barbering. And you know what? Those dudes don't last. I just look now for barbers that are barbers. Be a barber, be proud of what you do, because whatever you like doing, whatever you're proud to do, you do it well.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? You do it well. Like, you could tell a dude that got passion in what he does. The dude that when he finished cutting hair and you split up somebody around, and show them the mirror and they look at it, they smile, they like, damn. If that doesn't give you gratitude inside of yourself, then you're in the wrong business. You're just doing this for cash. And if you're doing it for cash, it's going to show in your work. It's not going to reflect in the person who gets up, because they're going to see, like, you ain't really real about this. You're not doing this for real. You don't got no love or passion for it. And believe it or not, this is an art. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lost art, because now you find so many spots. Dude be like, oh yeah, the Dominicans do it. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's why you come back and see me after that when your line is pushed back. But I'm saying it's all good. Like, everybody gotta, you gotta go through your trials and tribulations, figure things out. But there's a reason why I got dudes that come and see me from Brooklyn, and dudes that come see me from Philly, and dudes that come I've had dudes fly me. I've been flown to California to cut hair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a reason why. It's more than just a haircut. For a lot of times, for a lot of people, it's the experience. People come.
We gotta be careful.
Far and wide.
You know what I mean? With experience.
Yo, it's the experience.
No, we gotta be careful. You can't be getting flown out.
Hey, yo, bro. Hey, yeah, right there. Yeah, you got the team to do now.
Yo,
That's my
listen,
nigga.
we gotta be careful.
I got love for my boys.
We gotta be careful now.
Easy.
Hold on.
Easy.
We gotta be careful about getting flown out.
Hey, look at him, man. That's my dude, man.
You gotta be careful about getting flown out for haircuts, man. That might be misconstrued.
Yo, for real. Golly.
Oh,
damn, it's against the Lord to be nasty. How you against the Lord to be a nasty nigga? At one time,
that's nasty. That's nasty. That is stupid. That's nasty.
The chains to be under the job. He's still alive.
Man.
Bro, you said something super real, bro. But you said the scaling because you try to open up another business. One thing I don't see when black barbershops is us scaling our business because of the one thing you said is replicating the energy, replicating the love and from the community that you get. You can't just do that, but then you'll see other establishments that are in barbershop, like with the haircut max, the chain, supercuts. Boom, supercuts. Right. Why is it that we don't have a black on supercut?
Yeah, but supercuts is trash.
They are, but they're successful.
Yeah, because their business model really is based on just volume.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Have you ever gone there?
Yeah, sure. It's not.
But it's sort of an experience because when you walk in, there's a receptionist there.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? It is different.
Yes.
But and I'm not saying that
it has that cookie cutter.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I'm not saying that they don't have talented barbers. I'm not gonna say that. I believe anybody has a certain level of skill. The more you practice. I'm just saying from what I'm used to, right? New York, listen, everybody, you know what they say, New York, right? You can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Listen, when you get your hair cut in New York and you go any other place, the barber ain't from New York a lot of times, it's trash. You know what I'm saying? What are y'all doing out here? Like, the expectations is crazy, but when they cut my hair, first of all, they cut with the vacuum and all that, and
Well,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
it's the experience. It's
Yeah,
the experience.
they cut you with
It's
the
the-
vacuum.
It's
Yeah,
the
they cut you with
experience.
the vacuum.
Right
attachment
now,
and shit.
right now,
Like, you know?
COVID changed things in the barbershop. My prices have been the same for 20 years.
Yeah.
Inflation has not been the same in 20 years.
Yeah.
COVID made barbershop prices go up.
But
reason-
Supercut's been expensive. I'm
And
telling you right now.
Supercut's been
Supercuts was a $40
But-
cut 15 years ago.
But in the hood, there was
Yeah.
no $40 cut.
Right.
Now, you know, you
Right.
got cuts that they far exceed that. I cut a dude's hair not too long ago. One of my customers, my regular dudes, his brother lives in Atlanta. His brother came up and it was late night. He was like, yo, B, I know you get ready to close. My brother just came up from Atlanta. We going to the game tomorrow. Yo, could you please give him a cut? I was like, all right. So I cut his brother's hair.
Yeah.
Gave him a taper, regular blowout, taper, shaped his beard up. Yo, his brother got out the chair and was like, damn, I ain't had a haircut like this.
Right.
Yo, so he was like, yo, man, I'm a little bit short, but you know what? When I come back, I promise I'll come and see you. All I got is 60 and gave me $60. I was like, good looking. Like, so he was like, yo, he was like, when I gave it to him, he looked at me, he was like, that's not enough. I was like, nah, brother, it's good. I'm like, he was like, by the way, how much is a cut? I was like, the cut is like $25.
Right.
And he was like, yo, in Atlanta, this is a $60 haircut.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, and the way you cut hair, you supposed to get at least a $20, $30 tip.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, bro, if you ever thought about going to Atlanta, like you'll be a millionaire. Like, and so you know,
Like
things, yeah, like light went off of my head, but the reality of it is
that's the hustle thing. 10s go for 20s down south.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's always been that way.
That's a fact.
Right. It's always been that way.
Even
so,
in New
right.
York, the price of haircuts have changed.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because, like I said, it's been a business where we haven't really gone up in years. You know, like not until COVID came did people realize how important a barber was. Yo, I had dudes calling me like, yo, my man, this be out, bro. Please, I need a haircut. Like, yo, it's been 3 weeks. Like, dude, I'm looking like a caveman. Like, yo, my nigga, I'll give you $100 for a haircut. I'm like, all right, meet me at the shop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, back to that. Like, yo, so you know that changed things. And I think with that, there has been a reemergence lately of dudes wanting to be barbers. You know what I mean? Like, I want y'all to meet somebody right now. Come in, bro.
Yeah, come on.
Come in the shop.
Yeah,
This my man.
Yeah.
This my man C Black. This is my little brother right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
To show you about the connection to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
This brother was about 15, 16. Got in a little bit of trouble, back and forth. I'm like, yo, man, what you doing with your life, man? He's like, yo, B, man, I'm chilling, man. I'm trying to stay out of trouble, man. I think I'm gonna do this barber program thing. I was like, all right, man, you gonna do the barber program? I said, you know what? You do the barber program. When you get out, I'm gonna give you a job.
So,
How long you been working now, Black?
Like 17 years.
17 years.
I was gonna say it had to be crazy because I just
17
asked him how
years.
old his son was. He's saying his son about 10.
17
I
years.
remember when your son was
Hey, yo,
born.
but
17,
my thing is like,
Yeah,
people
17.
people have to understand sometimes we have a well of talent in our own neighborhoods.
Yeah.
We don't
There you go.
go, we always going outside our neighborhoods.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You look at every other community, you know what I mean? The Jewish community, they buy, their dollar circulates like 10 times in their community.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Asian community, my neighbor who's 2 doors down, who I've been neighbors with for the last 30 years. One day he had a problem, his electricity went out. He came next door, yo, Brian, do you know an electrician? I said, yeah, sure, I got somebody for you. Called my guy came fix it. He told him, look, just get me operation.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, don't fix it. So my guy came back, he's like, nah, he just wanted me to like patch him up. You know why? Because the next morning he had an electrician here from Chinatown.
Right. His guy.
You dig what I'm saying? His money circulate in his community.
Message.
People that are very comfortable with going outside of our community because of that Willie Lynch mentality that we were taught that we can't do the job as well.
Facts.
We can't hire our own.
Yeah.
We need, if you want a job done well, you need to go see somebody else to get it done, because a brother's not going to give you the quality work. But that is a twofold thing. We need to give the quality work to get the quality paper, but we also need to give it to one another. So we have the responsibility as us to being the barbers to give quality work. But you should be able to give me that $50, $60 that you would give to somebody else. I have dudes that come up here, they'll go down the block, 2 blocks down, and go to the Spanish barber, give them $40 like it's not a problem, and come to me and be on some, yo, B, check this out. I got 20. Can I owe you the 5? I hit you when my girl come from work.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
And but you'll hit me with the short, but you go to the other cats and you hit them with straight paper. And you ask, why is that? But that is because of the mindset. Like I said, that's that Willie Lynch mindset that, we don't have to give each other the same amount that we would give someone else, when we're supposed to give each other better. We're supposed to do a little bit more just because it's you. Because I talked to my cousin, he told me, yo, me and my bro, we got a podcast. And I said, yo, my casa is su casa, bro. Like, whatever I can do to help, man, you got it. That's the way we're supposed to do this, bro. We're supposed to open our doors for one another and be like, yo, come on in, man. I got you. Like there's been plenty of times I've had people come to see me and be on some, yo, B, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm twisted. Yo, can you get my little man his cut back to school time? Come on in. Sit down and get this cut. You dig what I'm saying? Like we do that on the regular, and it's not because you blessed me with the tip before. We did it because, for one, God gave us the ability to do it, and two, what harm is it to help somebody, that needs the help? Because God assured there is a time when we're going to need it ourselves. So you pass that forward. You know what I mean? Like, and my thing to them is, it ain't even about hitting me back. Just make sure when somebody come to you and they twisted and they need a little help, you pass that forward. You get them the help, because that's how we can perpetuate this and keep it moving.
I mean, I agree. I want to expand on it though. Growing up the way we grew up, you know what I'm saying? We didn't have a lot of like safe havens, right? So when we talk about, you not allowing certain disrespect. I forget the TV show, because you remember the TV show where they was like in a barber shop in Switzerland.
Oh, no doubt.
You remember when they called it? Remember? Was it The Wire?
Yeah, The Wire. Barbershop in Switzerland.
Switzerland, right?
My barbershop has been Switzerland.
Switzerland, right?
My barbershop has been Switzerland for
Yeah,
years.
Switzerland,
I got
right?
blood. Yo, check this out.
Yeah.
Blood, Crip, Yetta.
Right.
I don't care if you trace. I don't care who you are. When you come in this barbershop, bro, your beef is outside. I've had dudes sitting in the chair. One dude sitting in this chair, another dude sitting in that chair, and they just staring at each other. They got the blam up under the apron, holding it like, yeah, I see when we get out the shop. And my thing is like, we good, right? Yeah. Nah, B, we good. All right. Yeah. So, all right. Because my thing is this, don't stop me from eating, because I ain't gonna stop you.
No, of course.
So dudes know, like, yo, bro, for real, you got this pass because we in the shop. Yeah. And that's the old school mentality from the barbershop. Yeah. The barbershop, like to quote the movie, man, it's the Black Man Country Club, man. This is where we come, we chop it up, we talk about sports, we talk about breakups, we talk about makeups, we talk about everything.
That's what I was getting to. It's more than just a place to come get a haircut, right? Again, we grew up rough. Well, let's talk about mental stability. We didn't have a lot of places where we can go and discuss what we're going through, right, and not be judged on it, and just have somebody listen to us and just give us honest feedback and things of that nature. Somebody that we can relate to, right? But the barbershops, like you said, we could go to the barbershops. We know primarily it's a female-free zone. You know what I'm saying? Primarily, right?
We got the beauty parlor in the back.
But
Right.
You know what I mean?
True.
Primarily, it's like female-free, right?
Right.
And we could come in and we could vent about anything, about
that's
work.
A fact. No, that's
about
a fact.
Relationship.
The barbershop is an open forum. Like, I don't care if it's sports or marriage or whatever. the barbershop is an open forum.
Right.
And still today, it's like that. And that's why I think that I have guys that come see me from everywhere. You know, dudes will come out of their way. Like one of my good friends, I've been cutting his hair for years. My boy D, he lives out in Long Island now. He used to live in Brooklyn. He moved from Brooklyn, bought him a house in Long Island. And he's like, yo, B, my wife is always like, yo, why do you always got to go to the Bronx to get a haircut? You know how many barbershops you pass? And his thing is like, yo, look, you don't understand. Like, it's more than just a haircut. Like, no, I'm comfortable. I can sit down, we chop it up. Like, it's the experience that comes along with it. You know what I mean? Like, it's that, I would say, that sense of camaraderie. Yeah. But it's also the ability to let things out. Right. Like you said, mental stability, unfortunately, in our community, is a thing that has been looked at kind of on the negative side. You know, we don't even, to the point where you have a kid that got ADHD. We're like, ain't nothing wrong with that boy. He need an ass whooping and a hug. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, ass whooping and a hug. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that boy. Like, you know what I mean? So where we now understand there's a lot of things that go on in the shop that are necessary. Like the brother Streets that just came in and was kicking it for us. He might be the best rapper you never heard. Like, the boy is a beast. Like, I have met dudes who are on rappers, and they know of Streets. Like, his name is like a hood legend. You know what I mean? Like, it just it's the same equivalent of the old school basketball players that dudes like, yo, man, this dude is the greatest dude that never made it. Like, people don't realize that, just having talent or just being good isn't enough. You need to have all the things that come along with it. And I think that, now we as a people, and I don't want to, segregate from anybody else. You know what I mean? I believe that we all are under the skin. We all are brothers and sisters, but the reality is, above the skin, everybody doesn't look at it like that. So we definitely need to do things to help bring us up. So with that being said, we also have to understand that there are a lot of things, frailties that we have that we need to eliminate. You know what I mean? Like, we need to be a lot kinder. We need to be a lot more understanding. And we have to realize that, we got some issues. You know what I mean? Like, us as black men, we got some issues. And, like I tell brothers quite frequently, yo, man, talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, get it out, because holding it in, it's not going to come out good. You know what I mean? And sometimes, like you said, Chadeo, being in a barbershop and dude talking about it, he might vicariously talk about, yeah, man, my man is going through something. Him and his wife, he just broke up when it's him. You know what I mean? Yeah. And dude will talk about it, and it'll, like, be that woo-saw moment and let it out. But you have another dude that's sitting there talking, man, I went through that last year. Like, man, yo, and it becomes a forum, where we start talking about certain things and getting certain things out, That's right. And that, I think, is important. And that's what, that community thing comes in the barbershop. It's more than just a haircut. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I said, being in this business for so long, I realized that it's more than a haircut. Like I said, it's a safe haven for a lot of people. I have a lot of kids that come in like, yo, man, go ahead, sit down, start your homework, man. They sit there and do their homework. Oh, my mom's ain't home from work yet. All right, well, chill. Yeah. Yo, you want something from the store? Go get your bag of chips and juice or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Go do that homework. You know what I mean? Like, and they come here, and before you know it, they doing the homework, but they in the conversation. They talking about, oh yeah, who did what and this and that. But yet and still, they have a bunch of men coming in here who are showing them what it is. You know what I mean? Like, oh, dude is coming from work. And it's giving them that sense that, like, oh, wow. Like, there's been plenty of times Cuzzo have come in here and we be talking about jobs because it was like, yo, man, go on this website, do this, blah, 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 blah. Go ahead. You want to get in this construction thing? I got you. Hey, yo, all I ask of you is don't play with me. If you want this job, you want it, do it. Be for real about it because I'm going to put my name up for it. I done seen him put 4 or 5 shorties on.
Yeah, real.
And one of them stuck around.
Yeah.
One of them stuck around. Like, actually, you know, got on. You know what I mean? But, hey, look here, man. That one is worth it. That one is worth it, bro. That one is worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, it is a sense of community, you know, with the barbershop. Like, it is definitely a sense of community. You look at a lot of these shows now, like LeBron got the show, they chopping up the day in the shop, in the barbershop, because that's our comfort zone. That's where we go, we chill, put your feet up. Your opinion could be so off base.
Yeah.
Cats is looking at you like, what the? But you know what? You got the right to think that. You know what I'm saying? You got that right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
because it's a combination of a lot of things that a lot of people, one, are missing, right? And two, are looking for without wanting to go find it. And let me expand on that, right? First of all, if you take away the barbershop, you think about where's a gathering place for the community. Normally was the community center.
yeah.
Right? Every projects had that in common. We had a community center. In the community center, we could go there after school. They had after school homework programs and stuff like that, right? Reading programs, blah, blah, blah. Then we get to play some ball. They would even feed us. Remember, they used to have the dinner and all that. They would feed us. A lot of the times, again, like if your family is struggling, daycare. Look at the things that these services provide. Daycare help, food services, mentorship, right? Maybe tutoring services, a safe haven of knowing where your child is at and knowing that the adults of the community going to look after them. It takes a lot of stress off the parents of the community, knowing that my child is there and I'm getting the help from the village. Now that community centers aren't so prevalent, right? They're dying out. They're not what they used to be. What replaces that? Where is that safe haven, right? Where is that place where a mother could say, hey, you know what? I'm running late from work. Go there. And I know you're going to be good.
Definitely.
Go there and do your homework. And I know the owner of the store or the shop is not going to put you out because you're not patronizing the shop by buying something.
We're going to start highlighting that shit.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's a fact.
I told because of our
Yeah.
we're going to start with Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go to the community, bro. I want to see who got a Kit Kat for the kids. If you ain't got a Kit Kat for the
bro,
kids, you can make money $365 out the kid.
I think I'm the only barbershop left to give lollipops out.
Yeah,
I still give out lollipops, man. Like people
So-
be like, yo, you still give out lollipops? Like, yo, man, hey, look here. This is what started it. Like, yo, man, hey, this part of the barber experience. Like, this part of the experience, yo.
Yeah. So when you come in the shop, right, and then we talk about how this shop cultivates generations, right?
Definitely.
It cultivates generations. When you say like it's more than a haircut, I want to touch on that. A haircut is so important to a man's pride, to a man's ego. You understand what I'm saying?
Definitely.
First day of school, job interview, you walk in fresh, crispy, and clean. Your mental is boom,
whatever.
boom.
Yeah.
I'm ready. You sharp. You ready to go. If you going to school with your head down, or you going into that job interview raggedy, you have a defeated mindset already. Your energy is of a defeated person already. You don't even feel your best. You don't even do your best. You understand? So just understanding like how important it is for educational purposes, for job purposes, let alone the special occasions, birthdays, celebrations, right? Anniversaries, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Let alone it's this girl I want to impress. How important is that for relationships, right? When we're talking about socialism, like it used to be, when guys and girls would actually meet outside and talk,
No doubt.
and actually interact, right?
No doubt.
Having a fresh one was part of that game.
Definitely.
It was key. We talk about, again, social interactions when the skate key was out, right?
Yeah.
When we had spots where we used to go to and interact socially, it was not only about getting fresh, having that fresh cut.
Definitely.
Gatekeeper awards.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
Definitely.
yo, you know,
down here, but nigga,
no, Hamilton. We
down,
talking Hamilton.
down here with awards.
we
I'm
talking
showing your age
Hamilton.
right now.
Yeah, we talking Hamilton.
Sure.
I remember that one.
But I'm just saying,
See,
like,
I had old timer Jesse West from Harlem, old
yeah.
hustler from Harlem, Jesse West. One time we cut my man Zip there, and he was like, "Hey, look here, Junior. Let me tell you something, man." He said, "You doing a service to the community." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yeah, man. Because if you look good, you smell good, you feel good, you're gonna do good." I was like,
Message.
it's real though, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a certain type of swagger that you have when you clean, bro. And I don't mean just took a bath clean. I'm talking about when you have on something and you as a person feel like I'm right now.
Yeah.
No,
That's why it's a
You
different
walk.
reason.
you walk with a bit of a swagger. Your chest is stuck out a little bit more.
Yeah.
You are, your confidence level is just that little bit more higher.
Yeah.
And a haircut is definitely the start to that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's funny, like haircuts have changed so much. Like kids now, you know, a taper in a sharp line is fly. That's fly right now. You know what I mean? I'll be having mothers in here like, cut that shit off the top of the head. And I'm like, yo, but you know, like he ain't, you know, that's not what he's looking for. Everybody looking like they're going to the NBA draft. You know, and you look at the average kid, this kid is about to become a millionaire in 1 hour.
Yeah.
He got a crispy line, a taper, and the top of his shit look crazy. He looking like straight buckwheat. But that's what they do. You know what I mean? Like that's their style right now. And for real, they feel like $1 million. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I got some nice drip on. You know what I mean? The fit is right. The cut is tight. Man, I'm ready for success.
Yeah, it is.
And like you said, it's the mindset it gives you, man. It gives you that good feeling,
There's
man.
nothing like though, but that's why you feel different when you wear a suit. I don't give a fuck who you are. When you got that crispy suit on, when you walk outside, I don't care what it is. You know, you walk, you strut different, you pop different. Hey man, what's going on? That's the same thing, bro. Like when you look good, you feel good, you feel good,
Do
man.
good. Yeah, that is a fact.
And
That is a fact.
and then also, like, again, right, let's take it a step further, right? Let's talk about bringing the community together for entertainment purposes. There's a lot of times when you got the fight on,
Oh, definitely.
or you got the game on, right? And now once again, this becomes a hub for people to come in, sport and relate to each other on a sports level.
No doubt.
Oh man, who playing? You know, playoffs is on, or championship game is on, right? And then they can talk sports and form bonds and stuff, sports wise, right? Without being, especially nowadays, without being on your phone.
Bro,
You see
it's
what I'm saying?
hilarious.
Yeah.
We be watching the fights, and the brothers from the PO next door, Mexican brothers, they be coming inside. We watch the fight together,
Right.
and they be crazy. They be like, all the Mexican brothers, the room for the Mexican dude, and it be like,
Right.
we just come together like, that's my dude. And it really be.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be a
It
good
builds
time.
camaraderie.
Oh, definitely.
In a day and age where we are so separated from each other because of social media, because of technological advances. Once again, what does the barbershop do? Most of the time, people coming in here, especially if we engaged in talking shit.
Oh,
Yo, I bet you gonna drop 40. I bet you gonna drop. You don't know what you're talking about.
For
He
sure.
got injured last, and then the debate started. But what you don't realize is that's the spreading of information, right? Say you get shut down in the debate. More than likely, you're gonna go home and do some fucking research so that you don't get shut
Hopefully.
down the next day.
Oh no, dudes definitely go home and do their homework.
See?
Dudes
Look,
definitely go home
you
and
see
do
what
their
I'm
homework.
saying? Now you studying.
Oh,
You
yeah.
see, without realizing it's fostering education. It's fostering know what you're talking about before you open your mouth. See, you're instilling morals and values in people's indirectly without even telling them this is what I'm teaching you. But by them coming here and having that experience, once again, unfiltered, unjudged, unbiased, they're gonna be more open to learning, and they're gonna think, "Oh, it was my idea anyway." You know what I'm saying? Which is dope because now they're gonna stick with it even more because they feel like it was their idea and they weren't coerced into doing it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's why when you you know, for us, man, the barbershop really is like a pivotal. It should be like a landmark in the community. Like, but I think barbershops after a certain amount of time of being in business actually should be given like landmark status, and they
I
should
agree
be
with you.
and they should be
I definitely
protected.
agree with you.
And they should be protected
Most
because
definitely.
what's the difference? Technically, I'm not even being funny. Like, what's
No,
the
no,
difference
real
in a
talk.
barbershop and a
Real
church?
talk. Real talk.
Right? People get inspiration here, right? People get jobs here. People learn
Yes,
trades and
yes.
tricks here and get opportunities here also. Why is this not protected? Why is this not given certain tax breaks and this and this and that and that? That's what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
And
No,
why are we
I
not looking
agree.
at it as a business that's in our community that must survive?
That's it.
That must survive. Like, it's no way we should have barbershops closing when there are kids born every single day that start school, when there are females and males, right? Somebody got to do that hair, right? Not every parent knows how to do hair, right? When life keeps changing and graduations happen and celebrations happen and birth, there's always going to be a need for barbers and hairstylists, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
That's a pinnacle in our communities. Why are we not protecting them? Why are we not coming together and making sure that the barbershop not only survives but flourishes? Okay, the shop is been here 52 years, but after a certain amount of years, we should be able to renovate the shop and renovate the shop and renovate the shop so that the shop doesn't look like 52 years ago, where the shop starts to fall apart. Because then again, you start to lose that, because when you walk into the shop, you look around. If the shop's not doing well, you don't feel well.
I started renovating the shop, and I had people come in and tell me like, "Yo, man, don't do too much." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Like, they're like, "Yo, don't change too much." Like, yo, B, man, like, yo, man, like, that's home, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like, it's real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not superficial. It's, you know, it's real. Like, and I'm like, bro, it's time. Like, I've been in this store right here for 27 years.
Right.
You know what I mean? Out of the 52, I've been in this store for 20. We were next door in 85. You know what I mean? But in this store, I've been here for 27. Like, it's time. You know what I mean? But people really like the comfort zone. Like you said, it's like going home.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I reflect back to my dad passed me, Lord bless him. And my sister, we were at his funeral. His funeral was held at Unity Funeral Home. And my sister, they were raised in the South, so they came up in the summer. But you know, like at my dad's funeral, cars are triple parked on both sides of the street, and as the cars are triple parked both sides of the street, like it was people, like, I mean, my dad's funeral, he had to have at least 300 or 400 people at his funeral. And my sister said to me, she was like, yo, I had no idea that Daddy affected this many people. I was like, yeah. My father, his name is Famous. That's my grandfather's name. That's his actual name. Famous, Famous McFadden. That is so I had one of his customers come in there, and he was like, yo, B, man, I was reading the acknowledgement, and I see it didn't have like Fame name on there. I was like, what are you talking about? It don't have his real name. I say his name is Famous. He was like, yo, that's his real name? I was like, yeah. He's like, no wonder this was like this, yo. Like, with a name like Famous, how could you not be this dude? And he lived up to every bit of it. You know what I mean? Like, and I bring it up to just show, like, you know, I had dudes come up to me who like a good friend of mine. He's a lawyer. He's been in law for now 20 years or so. He's a corporate lawyer. He grew up in Mitchell's, very successful. And he's standing there with tears in his eyes, and he's like, yo, B, man, your dad gave me my first job. Flipped the floor in the barbershop, yo. This dude, you know what I mean? Like, super successful, you know what I mean? Like, and I've had countless stories like that. So my thing is, like, if I could live up to that, I would be, you know, I would really feel like I'm doing a service. Like, if I could live up to that standard, you know what I mean? Like, just doing something like, and And the only reason why you do it is because it's right.
That's it. Because it's
There's
right.
no more other reason to do something than because it's just the right thing to do. Like, you know, so with that being said, you know, I try to, like I said, I'm trying to keep this going. Let's go for another 50 joints. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
hey,
That's
you
a
know,
good segue too, though. And you got a family, man. Have your kids taking on barbering
Yeah.
and doing that stuff to keep the name alive, bro?
yeah, my sons, they don't want to. They see how this dude works so hard, but I keep hope alive. One of them Lord try to cut it someday. But yeah, so
That's because they spoil.
that's
Let's call it spade a spade. They ain't trying to work too hard because them niggas is spoiled. You know, it is what it is. But they live good.
I work hard for that. I work hard for that.
They live good.
I work hard for that. You know, I don't care how old you are, you still my baby. So it's all good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like, you know, it's one of them things like with the community, you know, my oldest son, he's into basketball, you know what I mean? Like he was working, you know, with this basketball group, and they travel all over the country. And he's like, yo, I was down in Maryland. Dude came up to me and was like, yo, you be something, right? And he was like, yeah. He was like, yo, be my man, yo. And he was like, yo, I'm in Maryland. I'm like, yo, man, like, yo, like, dude, know anywhere you don't know somebody. My middle son is a cop. And he's like, he said, yo, Pop, I'm out in the street, I'm chilling. Dude walks up to me like, yo, Lil B, what's good with you? He's like, I'm looking like, oh, snap, I know the dude from the shop. Like, he was like, yo. So I'm like, I said, man, you know what? I heard that name, man. Like, yo, you better enjoy that, bro. Like, I put dudes in to get that name. Like, you know what I mean? So, but it's a good thing to like be known for something good, something positive, as opposed to being known for something negative. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we not angels. We all had our trials and tribulations. You know, the 80s was rough. The 80s was rough. But you know, but hey, we survived them, you know what I mean? Like we had to talk about it. And we all got a little bit of gray, you know what I mean? And through those trials and tribulations, we have an obligation to make sure that we give the younger cast that's coming up a chance to go somewhere, to do something positive. And you know, like even if it's show them what not to do. Like, yo, dude, don't go down that road. No, my thing is like, I say it to shorties all the time, like, why you carrying a gun and you ain't got no beef? I'm saying, I can, bro, we gonna keep it a buck. If you got beef, I can see you, okay, you got a burner, you got beef, but you ain't got no beef. You right now, you're looking for beef. You're looking to go to jail. You're trying to get into something. You know what I mean? Like, why are you carrying a gun for? Does it make you feel more of a man? Bro, what should make you feel like being a man is that you take care of your responsibilities and you say what you mean and you mean what you say. That should speak for you more than anything else. You know what I mean? That should speak for you more than anything else. You know what I mean? Like, that don't make you a man. That don't make you tough. That just make you a suspect. You know what I'm saying? That make you somebody's quota. That's what it really gonna make you somebody's quota, because you carrying a burden for nothing. You ain't even got beef and you just walking around, and so you waiting for somebody to look at you wrong. Like, come on, dude. Like, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's that one dude that listen that makes it worth it.
Exactly.
You know, everybody ain't gonna listen, but that one dude that listen makes it worth it. You know, there's been times Chadeo been in his shop laughing, joking. Dudes be and they be like, yo, Chad, and Chad hit him with the, yeah, well, you know, when I was over in Okinawa, when I was in so-and-so, and they be like, you was with? Like, Chadeo, come on. He's like, bro, I've been in the military, graduated from college, I have a degree, I own my own home. And dudes be looking at me like, I be like, they be like, yo, he cool as shit, like, what? I was like, oh, you can't be cool and be smart. Oh, that's your perception. Oh, so you think you got to be cool, you got to be a dummy. No. It's cool niggas is smart. Like, yo, it's cool niggas that own their own shit and didn't have to like hurt anybody to get it because they were intelligent enough to go out and get a decent job and get what they needed to get. You had to put the sweat in and the toil in. You know what I mean? Like, so, like I said, like when I showed you my man Corey, like, you know, sometimes it's just about giving him a shot, giving him a break. You know what I mean? Like, I meet a brother, like, you know, he working in construction. He tell me he working in construction. Got you. Make this phone call. Yo, I got this dude over here. He say he working on so and so. Well, who he with? He got his ocean. He got this and that. All right, put him on the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I got a little dude. He cook. A word you cook, my man. All right, hold up. Yo, my man, Shorty over here. He told me he in culinary art school. Word. All right. Well, my man work. My man is a chef. He's a head chef in the W.
Yeah.
Trying to do a sous chef joint. Word. He said, what do you have? Here, put him on the phone.
Yeah.
That's our connection.
So let's expand on that. Look at what we're talking about. Again, I said the community center is going, the resources are going.
Right.
But in the barbershop, because people from all walks of life, we share something in common. We all want to look good. We all want to feel good, right? So we all meet up here, right? And look at how when you just talk unfiltered and this is what I do for work. Hey man, what you do, man? Information gets disseminated. Look how when you're not a gatekeeper, you can just connect dots very easily. And somebody, because you've already built up that model of success, because they already have that level of respect for you, you can make those type of calls and make those type of asks, and it be okay.
No doubt.
And they be like, "Oh, B, you calling me?
Yeah.
Bet, because I know you not gonna call me and put me in jeopardy.
No doubt.
I know you not gonna call me and send me nobody that's gonna do some stupid shit at work and get me fired."
Right.
Look at once again, like we cannot overlook things like that. You are helping somebody get a job, possibly helping somebody start their career, which then filters down because you save his life. He does well. He changes the course of his family's life.
Definitely.
You understand
Definitely.
what I'm saying?
Definitely.
These are the things that frustrate us a lot when we talk about not supporting our own businesses. So when you say like, yo, I'm the only business here in a 10-block radius, right? And I go, okay. So technically, people come, they spend their money here with you, dollar bounces once, and then going.
Yeah.
And then going. How do we now start to change that? Okay, you're a business owner. You see a problem because you're identifying there are no other businesses, black and brown owned in the community. You see issues immediately, right? Okay, this is happening here. This is happening there. What are you doing now to get some of the people that are coming in here that you know have the ability to change it, to step in and say, we need to make this change, not for me, but for the community that's going to benefit from it?
First thing that we need to do is make sure that we understand that this is something that is happening.
Right.
That I am the only thing in a 10-block radius. That's the first thing, because for most people it's jarring.
Right.
To even hear that, to put it in perspective that really?
Yeah.
The only one in a 10-block radius? That's first. Then
You
secondly,
ain't got nothing for me?
and then secondly,
Nah, give me a little.
then secondly, we have to make sure that we have the ability to find people that here we go.
Right? Yeah.
He played baseball when he was a kid. We have
Play
people,
baseball now.
we have people that
I'm really good at golf. I'm really good at golf though.
Yo, you
Four.
Four. Diddy shit right now.
Four.
Diddy shit right
Four.
now. Being nasty, get niggas locked up. I'm telling you. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead.
Tiger who?
We be trying to
Tiger who?
But yeah, we need to get the right people in a position that can start things and open them up.
Right.
And the first thing is knowledge and getting off your ass and doing something and saying something. You know, things like what we're doing right now. Your forum, you brothers are giving us a forum that is worth more than its weight in gold. You know what I mean? Because it goes out to whoever's listening. And like I said, You may talk to 10 people. If one gets it, it's worth it. Just, if it sparks interest in one person that's sitting out there that say, you know what? I need to try to get me. I've been wanting to get a business. Let me do something. Maybe it's a bakery. Maybe it's a sneaker store. Maybe it's the dudes that clean sneakers. I got little dudes in here that be cleaning sneakers. They be bringing them back looking brand new. My thing is like, bro, that's a business. Absolutely. A viable business right about now. Yeah. The way kicks cost, you know what I mean? So once we realize that first it can be done. It can be because done. I have a lot of dudes that, come to me and hit me with the like, yo, B man, I got a little settlement. I want to open a shop. And my thing to them is like, well, can you cut hair? Right. No, but I was gonna get some barbers. My man cut hair, and I was like, don't do it.
Are you passionate about it?
My thing is this. My thing is don't do it. They're like, oh man, why you gonna shoot me down? I'm like, I'm not shooting you down. My thing is this. I don't care whether it was a barbershop, a beauty parlor. I don't care if it was a bakery. I don't care if it was a restaurant. I don't care what you was doing. My thing is like, bro, I don't care if you had a pool hall. If you had a pool hall and you don't know how to play pool, then what the hell are you doing opening a pool hall? If you have a restaurant and you don't have, your cook can't come to work, how do you work today? You need to be a viable part of your business. You need to know how to do your business in case you have nobody else that comes to work.
When most businesses open up, when you're an entrepreneur, you're considered what's called an owner-operator.
Yes, sir.
You're an owner-operator.
Yes, absolutely. DBA, doing business as.
Absolutely,
so you need to be a viable part of that business for its success. And my thing is, what I try to tell them from experience is that you have to be hands-on. Hands-on doesn't mean that you got a settlement, you got a little 50,000 from an accident, and you threw like 30,000 into I found a spot, I laced it up. That's why you see all these barbershops is beautiful. Oh, the joint is laced, they got gold chairs. And 6 months later, the joint is closed because you ain't have nobody to cut in.
But you was going for the flip.
Yeah,
like you said, that's the way.
There's no passion in it. There's no passion in it. You just trying to, like you say, you're going for the flip. So my thing is like, I try to, make sure that when people ask me, if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And I'm gonna tell you the truth as for what I know the truth to be. And the truth that I have, I think my truth is pretty solid. Like I said, in the totality, it's been 52 years, but me as an owner, I've been owning my own shop 2 years short of 30 years. You know what I mean? Like, so, and I've been doing it in a neighborhood where things don't usually last. And the reason why is, like I said, because I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, there's been times where, whether it's one person coming in the door or you got this whole shop standing room only, you got to be a part of it. Yeah. You got to know how to do that. You can't own a tire shop. You got a couple of dollars, you bought a rim spot, you selling all the hot rims, you got tires, but your mechanic is not here. So dude come and buy some tires, but you ain't got nobody to put them on the car. So you know what he's doing? He leaving your spot, going down the block to the next spot where they got somebody working. Yeah. So, we have to lead by example. And leading by example is you got to be a part of your business. You know what I mean? I was just thinking about what we was going through. We setting up right now for us to have the conversation, to have this forum. Your brothers put all the equipment together for you fellas out, for everybody out there to see us. These brothers put all this together. They put the cameras up, did the wires plugged up. If you didn't know how to do that, we would not be having this conversation.
We have to learn it.
Real talk or what?
Learn everything.
Real talk or what?
No, that's fact.
You dig what I'm saying?
Especially when we ran into a problem.
There was a glitch.
There was a glitch.
And you know what? We glitchless. You know what I mean? Because
message
idea and the knowledge of what it was that you were doing, and you were hands on.
Yeah.
So once you get in and you get on and you are operational, then you can get other people to come along with you. And if you're blessed enough to get somebody who has the mindset like you do, with that business mindset, like you two brothers have together, this is a relationship, man. Yeah. This is a partnership. Yeah. Y'all both are thinking, yo, man, your eyes on the prize. And when you find that connection, man, is worth its weight in gold, because now your strength is doubled. Your strength is doubled because you have somebody who wants to succeed just as much as you want to succeed. And that is the key to making your business spread. You know, like we was talking about supercuts and all these other things. They're franchises. You know what I mean? All you got to do is get somebody that wants a business but doesn't want to work hard enough to open their own business. So they say, you know what? I'll spend what money I got because you already got a name. So I'll just use your name and open this business. So they use your name and open a business, like opening a McDonald's. What stops the person who owns a McDonald's from opening Maria's Burger Spot or Tommy's Burger Spot? You know what stops?
Let's call it one that opened up and did well. Jimbo's.
Okay, Jimbo's.
Two Jimbo's, man.
Let's look at scenarios like that.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Now you got Jimbo's, which is a franchise. People heard of Jimbo's, know about it. Okay, cool. Jimbo's, that's just like, you know, the Mexican brothers and Jimbo's.
Yeah.
They doing their thing. They cooking up, they lacing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, let's turn Jimbo's into Miss Hattie's. Jamal. Let's turn Jimbo's into Jamal's, right? Cass is gonna go to Jamal's. They're gonna be like, yo, man, had some fish and grits, man. Fucking grits was lumpy, son. This was not like my grandma's grits. My mom's grits is better.
Fact. Yo, never go to Jimbo's.
Chill. You ain't never go to Jimbo's complain about this shit at all.
Never about a burger.
They fish. Oh man, that shit was the breaded fish and all that shit. You go to Jamal's, this nigga got real live porgies and whiteys. That shit got mad bones in it. We were taught to criticize one another. We was taught to criticize one another, bro. You know what I mean? Like you go to. That's why soul food spots is hard for us to succeed.
Man.
You know, you look at the more successful soul food spots. Like everybody talks about Sylvia's.
Yep.
Sylvia survives right now because Sylvia has a name that is so synonymous that people are bust in to go to Sylvia's. The average New Yorker, the average Harlemite, the average Bronxite does not eat in Sylvia's.
No.
Why? Because we be like, yo, Sylvia's is trash, son. They be making collard greens out of a can, which is some bullshit.
Technically, her food did change after she got in the supermarket.
But the realistic part of it is we are ultra critical of one another. We will criticize one another to the point where we will be laser focused on how your fish don't have the right taste. But we will go to a Chinese restaurant and my man will give us anything they want to give us.
We still go, but we go to Famous. No problem. How long Famous been around?
Famous Fish been around a long time.
Thank you. And Famous Fish do two things: fish, shrimps.
Yo, bro.
Combo.
Yo, bro.
Oh, look at old face. Oh, when I took you to Famous.
And the reality of it is that is 1 out of 50 that didn't make it. and the realistic part of that, the reason why the other 49 didn't make it is because we are ultra laser forced on we are critical of one another. But we will go to the Chinese restaurant every single day and get chicken wings and rice, and we will take whatever they give us. When my brother in the Chinese restaurant, I ain't never seen him ever eat chicken wings and rice. I go in there, he be having white rice and steamed fish. He be having salmon. They be eating everything that's not on the menu. But we will go there and eat whatever they give us, and we will be happy about it. And where we won't go to Jamal's because we are very critical about how we do and what we do because we were taught not to pay attention to other people's details, but to pay ultra attention to our own details.
A perfect example was the seafood spot, the black-owned seafood spot on City Island. I've never been, bro. The reviews I heard, every brother I heard, nah, that shit was crazy. No, you go to Tony's and get the like what?
Black-owned seafood spot on City Island.
Is it City? What's the name?
Not that Joe's joint that
no, it's one. So you cross the bridge, bro. It's on the left-hand side.
Oh, it's got
something.
Really?
Something like
On
that.
the left hand side is JP's.
No, it's as soon as you come on.
I'm gonna have to check that out just because.
No,
like,
now, if y'all want to
Yeah,
go,
I'm gonna have to
I
check.
haven't even gone to check it
I'm
out.
gonna have to
bro.
go check that out just because.
And because the same shit, I heard it was crazy whack, but I will go and support.
I
I'm
will
just
go
saying,
support.
Yeah, I will go and support.
But that's the thing though. Like,
About each
you
other.
know, we
Consistency,
talk
yo.
about each
B. Let's just talk consistency, though. Fill me out.
Black-owned seafood.
Fill me out. What I like to go to the same barber because once I go to the barber enough times, the barber knows exactly what I want. I don't have to say shit. I can sit in the chair, shut the fuck up. He knows how to cut me. I don't have to walk you through it. Even if you make a mistake, you're consistent enough that I know that when I come to you, I'm gonna get a certain level of service.
Seafood Kings.
There you go.
Okay.
Seafood King. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Okay.
right? I'm just
We gotta
saying.
go there.
Let's do it.
I'm just saying, as a community, I'm not saying we have to have the best. I'm saying learn your product and do the best you can. But I'm just talking about if you build a consistency of we know at least it's going to be A, B, and C, and you continue to give us at least A, B, and C, then you can continue to build. Like Johnson's. How long Johnson's been around?
Right.
Thank you. Johnson's been serving the same shit for 45 years.
Hey, yo, bro.
Right?
Real?
This-
Whoa.
Right there, bro.
Right? Dawson,
The
Right.
sawdust on the floor.
right.
Dirty Johnson,
Right.
The sawdust make it taste good,
Yes,
baby.
but you know what it is, right?
That's real talk.
You know what it is, right? So
Hey yo.
we go to a lot of so we talked about City Island, like Johnny's and Tony's at the end. They food
right.
ain't the best.
Definitely.
You're bugging. They're one of the worst restaurants there, right?
Whoa.
They absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I said, you walk in and make a first of all, you walk in and turn left. JP's one of the best, hands down. It's just you don't want to
That
spend
is a
JP's
fact.
money. You
Nobody
just don't want to
wants
spend
to spend
JP money.
But
First of all,
JP's
the portions will dominate almost every other
But
restaurant.
did you know
in Seattle.
JP owns Sammy's?
Yeah, I knew that.
They own
That's why
Sammy's.
Sammy's has the same size portion. But look
Yeah,
at
own
Sammy's price point.
Yeah.
Look at Sammy's price point versus everybody else. So once again,
spend 100 easy.
that's right. So you go to
But
you go
JP's is you spend 150.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
But
can
the-
go to
but
you can go to
it's
Tony's
so good.
and Johnny's and spend $15 for a shrimp meal or
Yeah.
$20
Yeah.
for
40 for a combo.
no, but some people don't want that. You just have a taste for shrimps, or you just have a taste for
Yeah,
some
20
whiting
bucks.
fishes of $20 and you in and out.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is people go there because one, the nostalgia of going there. At least I know what I'm getting, the
Right.
consistency of it, right? And then two, now they're like, okay, if you don't change, at least I'm saying I'm accepting you for where you are. That's all I'm saying with that, right? That's all I'm saying with
That's
that.
like the old weed spot on your block, the seller green. They don't have the best weed in the world, but everybody know that they where they at,
Right.
and they consistent,
Right.
and that's why they've been there for 30 years.
Right.
You be like, I ain't survived that long,
Right.
because they got that same dirt that been there forever.
Right.
Dudes is used to it, and
So-
you know they always there.
So that's what I was
Yeah,
saying with
wow.
that. But I got a different question for you, real quick. Let's switch this up. You talked about gentrification in the back, all the way in the back to the left. So you talked about gentrification. Now they're building all these condominiums. They opened up the waterway. The ferry was supposed to
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
dock,
water taxi.
the water taxi, etc., etc. You know, the question is, what's the offers now, right? Are people knocking on the door like, hey, thinking about moving, thinking about getting out? Like, what does that look like now? Have people come in and, try to buy the shop from you? Have you been thinking about, hey, it might be time to kind of like,
No, what my
take your
mindset-
talents to South Beach? Say it like-
what my mindset is that I have a very good relationship with my landlord,
okay,
and she and I are very cool. And I always let her know, if you ever thought about settling a building, that
you'll buy the whole building?
keep me in mind first. And
Gotcha.
that's my whole mindset,
Okay,
is to, like, I would love to be able to keep my business where it's at. You know what I mean? I would love to be able to stay here. I love what I do. I love the people that I do it for. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like, the old adage that a person who loves what he does never works hard.
you
a day
never
in
work
his life.
one day. That's right.
You know what I mean? So I look at it like that. I'm thankful again to Allah that I have a business that I like to do and I do it well, and that people appreciate what I do, and I can see the fact that I really do. like help people sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like not even on no like corny shit. It's just like on some for real. Like, you know, I feel honored when a dude comes to me and be like, yo, B, yo, I needed this. Or yo, B, I need help with that. Or yo, B, yo, can I holler at you for a minute? Like, what's up? Yo, man, yo, my mom's sick. And that, bro, talk to me. What's up? Yo, I'm a little fucked up. Yo, can I get a, yo, I'll bless you when I get some bread.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, man, come on, sit down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thankful to God that I can do that, man. Like, and it not hurt me. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I could do that, and I feel honored that people will come to me and ask me about a job. Will come to me, kids will come to me and ask me about going to school. You know, I've had kids come to me, you know, like, and be like, yo, man, thinking about going to college, but I don't know, like, and my thing to them is like, well, what don't you know?
Yeah.
And we sit down and chop it up, and by the end of the conversation, their mind is made up. They going to college.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm thankful that I have the ability to be a person that's looked at, that somebody would come to and say, yo, man, I think what you're doing is good enough that it's something that I would like to emulate. The greatest form of flattery is someone to emulate what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is the greatest form of flattery. To emulate you.
So when you were other podcast motherfuckers, you motherfucker,
We watching
you watching your ass.
Yeah.
Don't think we don't see you copying our shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
Real
Crazy.
talk. Real talk.
Another question for you, just just to lighten up the mood a little bit. What is the craziest barbershop story? I'm talking like a story that you like you be like, yo, nobody's gonna fucking believe what happened in the barbershop today. Like, what? Give the people a story like that, man.
Yo.
Like something so crazy that it was like, yo, if you was not here, you might not believe it.
There are so many. Dude, cats be telling me all the time, like, yo, you need cameras in this shit. Yo. Like, this shit is crazy.
Yeah.
That's what it happened behind the scenes where we
I'm trying to think of something like off the wall. Okay, I got one.
Yeah.
One day we in the shop. So I got a young cat from down the block. It's my little man. Like, but he one of them dudes that he always want to get in the chair next. He got to be first. He always in a rush. So I got Mike Tyson sitting. He's sitting in the chair right over here. Where you sitting right now? Yeah. So Mike Tyson here in the chair. He on the phone. As a matter of fact, it was the day that he was selling his house to 50. 50 bought his mansion in Connecticut.
Yeah.
So he's on the phone. So he got his head down. He talking. So my little man, he comes over and he's like, yo, B, man, what's up, man? Blah, blah. And I'm like, yo, why you always, like, yo, bro, like, why you always pressuring me? Like, why you can't just sit down and wait like everybody else? You always got, I said, yo, babe, you causing so much, like, you stressing me out. So Mike caught the tail end of the conversation. This motherfucker jumps out the chair sideways, jumps in dude's face like, yo, you giving my man some fever, yo? You want a problem? This nigga was about to piss on the He was like a nigga got his dog. He was like, yo, B, tell me playing. He didn't want to look at him. He got his neck to the side. Like, tell me playing. Fight playing. He looked at each other and started laughing like, I was like, yes, all that shit you bitched up. All that shit you bitched up. You was tough 2 minutes ago. Hey, yo, bro.
Not Iron Mike.
Yo, like, in the like, bro, he had to wear that one for years. Bro.
Oh, no, he's 100, man. Like, nah, wow. Listen.
We got stories for days, bro. We got stories for days.
Iron Mike, I respect you. Well, we gonna have to shoot the 5, homie.
Yo, I see.
Because I'm not.
And he gonna do the next call like Tommy Burns.
I'm not saying I'm aware.
Hey, yo.
But you gonna respect me after the fact. I'm not backing down.
I had a cat come through one day with a shopping cart. Money was like, yo, B, come outside, yo. I'm like, what's up? He was like, yo, I got something for you. I'm like, what's that? This nigga had the shopping cart with a street pole on it, that actual street pole with the. So I'm like, yo, my nigga was good. I was like, what the fuck am I going to with a street pole? He said, you was selling crap. I was like, nigga, you Street pole.
Yeah.
The whole street pole. In a shopping cart.
Oh,
I was like, yo, first of all, how did you get that pole down? He was like,
Salted up for 4 years.
yo, like, I'm saying, bro, we
doing
got,
the 3 to 7.
we got stories. Oh,
That's hilarious.
yo, we got, bro, barbershop stories. Yo, oh, good.
Man, that's
Barbershop
crazy.
stories for days, bro.
Having a street pole is nuts.
Like, I don't know. Bro,
Having a street pole and then take to a shopping cart.
It's crazy.
I done had dudes I had a brother in my chair, I'm cutting his hair. Dude, wifey walks in. She's like, hey, B, what's up? We gave the hug and all that. She gave me some love. She's like, yo, can you do me a favor? I was like, what's up? She's like, yo, please get this nigga out your shop because I'm about to fuck him up right now because he got bitches calling his phone. He was like, yo, B, take your time. Yo, he's like, yo, B, yo, she's standing at the side. He's like, yo, B, take your time. Yo. I was like, oh, shit. She was like, yo, can you? She was so calm.
Thought I want a baldy.
She was so calm. She was like, yo. She was like, yo, B, can you do me a favor? Can you please hurry up and get him out your chair? Because I'm about to fuck this nigga up. You got bitches calling you. And she was like, all right. She would have stood outside. He was like, yo, take your time, bro. I was like, oh, shit. Like, bro, too bad I ain't got no back door. Like, yo, bro, like, you really got to face this one. Like, yo, as soon as he hit the door, she was swinging on him. Like, yo, oh, yeah, we got stories, bro. We got stories.
That's what's up, man.
For days, we got stories.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
What do you want to let the people that are gonna listen to this and watch this, if you have one message that you could send to them and to the community, what do you want them to get from hearing your story and understanding what this shop not only means to you, but the value that you're putting on it? What's the message that you want to send to the people?
That's an interesting question. It's that question would have to be answered multifaceted.
Okay.
Because there's so many aspects to what it is that I do, why I do, and how I do. First thing I would say is support Black businesses, and definitely come and support mine. That's one. Two, I would say that I want people to understand that it isn't easy to be in business, and that you know, it takes a village not only to raise a child, but to be successful in your village. And we need to help one another, whether it be a local barbershop, whether it be like the bakery, the Jamaican spot in your hood. You know what I mean? Like, let's not be as critical with us as we are with anybody else. You know what I mean? Like, make sure that you give that pass to the brother or sister who's trying to start a business. You know what I mean? Before you go ahead and hear that the food isn't good, try it yourself. You know what I mean? And see what it is. You know what I mean? That's another thing. And lastly, I would say what I want people to get from this whole conversation that we had is that stay a community. Let us all stay, you know, linked up. You know, like you know, like a Rasta brother say, you know, link up. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta link up. We gotta, you know, be a little bit more patient with each other. Like, you know, dig each other a little bit more. Like, you know what I mean? Like, realize that we do have a community. Let's get in it and let's be viable to it. Like, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm on some kumbaya thing, but you know what I mean? Be a little bit more patient with one another. You know what I mean? And let's dispel all those things that we were taught, because they are not our nature. They have been nurtured. You know what I mean? All those things that Willie Lynch put forth and perpetuated in Black folks that have been rolling down this hill that we do ourselves. The old people can't like the young people. Talk to the young cats and chop it up with them. And for the young cats that might be listening to it, yo, sit down and listen to that old head, man. He might tell you something to school you.
Yeah.
He might keep your ass out of jail. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He might, you know, school you to how to make a move. You know what I mean? Like, it's all sides to the game. And we got to realize that hustling is not just about being in the street. Hustling is about getting up and being at work on time. Hustling is making sure that when your son comes home from school, you help him with his home. Hustling is telling your wife or your girl or your baby mama, yo, I appreciate what you do. You dig what I'm saying? All of that is hustling, bro. And once we realize that that is hustling, then we get to be hustlers. You know what I mean? And that's how we get this paper, and that's how we move on. You know what I mean? Like I said, it ain't about being on the kumbaya shit, but you live 50 some odd years, you pick up a couple of things along the way. And those are some of the things I picked up, you know what I mean, from all sides of the game, because I've been on all sides of the game. You know what I mean? Like, unfortunately, I've seen the dark sides of it. You know what I mean? And it's street is definitely it's 90% dark, 10% light. There's not very many cats that you've heard that have been in, off the sidewalk that have made it clear across to the other side. We hear about a lot of cats getting run over trying to cross the street. You know what I mean? That's why it's best, if you're not made for that, stay your ass on the sidewalk. You dig? So, but those that understand, they know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
Dig? So,
I just want to piggyback and say, man, what we talk about every week on this show is impact over metrics and purpose over profit. What this brother's been talking about is staying in the community and things they've done that have changed lives. Look at that wall, y'all. Y'all see that wall, right? That's impact over metrics. Impact over metrics. And he still was able to create a good lifestyle for his family and other people. We about to go outside and drink and chill. We got a whole drink outside because this is what it is on a Friday night, man. So, like, real talk, man. I just want to say I appreciate you. And for everybody around that's listening, if you in this area as well, man, make sure you come to B's Barbershop. But also think for yourself, man. Think big, man. This is a neighborhood that needs us. This is a neighborhood that needs us. In 10 blocks, there's not another black-owned business. Why can't there be a black-owned supermarket? We just went and got a fucking crazy Philly cheesesteak off the block that was fucking fire. It was fire, I ain't gonna lie. But why can't we do it, man? We can do whatever the fuck we want to, man, but we gotta lean on each other, like B is saying, man. We gotta lean on each other, man, utilize our resources and make this shit happen, because this is our community, y'all. This is our shit. Nobody's coming to save us.
And just to piggyback on that, the man is giving away free games. See, he was perfect for the platform.
Absolutely.
Because you come in the shop and he talks to you for free and he's giving you free game. Here's a person with 3 decades of entrepreneurial experience personally. Then he can tell you his father had another 2 decades and he was raised under being an entrepreneur. So if you're thinking about being an entrepreneur, if your child is thinking about being an entrepreneur, here's your resource right here. Just come and talk to B for free.
For free.
Say, hey B, can I just run something by you, bro? You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Get some game,
right? Utilize the resources. The key of this whole interview is we're showing you that we have resources in our community. We have to stop making excuses that we don't have resources.
Right.
There's nobody helping us. There's nobody giving us things. Here's the thing. The information is there, but you have to do your part to go and get the information.
yes.
Now, when a man goes and gives you, or anybody gives you the information, you then have to do your part to turn that information into knowledge, because information without action is nothing. It's nothing, right? How many times have you sat home, anybody, and thought about an idea, maybe drew it out, planned it out, talked to your peoples about it, and did nothing? 2-3 years down the line, that idea came out, it's worth millions of it, and you go crazy.
That's
How many times have you done that? That was my idea. It was information. So that goes to show you that, luck favors those willing to take action, right? So we appreciate B for allowing us to come in here and do this show and tell his story in his voice, right? And not have to worry about how it's going to come out, knowing that it's going to be cultivated exactly the way that he wants it to come across, without clickbait pieces and soundbite pieces and stuff like that, without scandalous pieces, because we want y'all to know the real, right? This place is here for y'all. But guess what? If you don't support him, how can he possibly support y'all? And that's the message. You understand what I'm saying? So understand, man, B is a perfect example, once again, of what we talked about. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Yeah, because the dream is free, But the hustle, well, that's so separately. Till next time on Morning the Title, man. We out of here on site, man.
Yeah,
You know what it is, man.